Good. Good. Ah, come on! Come on! Good. That's it. Good. Okay, that's it. Beautiful. That's it. That's it. Go on. Make it happen.
Okay. So today you did the first class of martial arts, right?
Oh, yeah.
Talk me through what your expectation was before you went in, and how you feel right now.
My expectations going in were, I didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you. I was actually a little bit more, let me say, scared, because of that, you're kind of doing hand-on-hand combat, and you're actually hitting and self-defense type thing, and it's a big eye-opening experience to actually have to go into that, and the actual instructor telling you to punch him or to hit him or whatever and go at him, and it's very hard for the mind to get that mindset. And this is the one thing which seems to be very kind of much evident in this type of thing, is it's not just fighting in combat, it's actually putting your mind in an actual area where you can for everything. It's just it's a whole different experience than what I expected.
It's programming your mind in getting a certain emotion for a certain environment, for a certain position you're in.
Yeah.
And you have to anchor that, or else it's life or death. That's what it's about with self-protection. It is that mindset. And
it gets the adrenaline pumping too. I mean, like, to be thrown around the place, this guy was amazing. I mean, he showing you where to put the arms and how to you're always thinking about you're not supposed to think, but
that's the whole
mind knowing where the body is supposed to go next, or where the next move is supposed to go, and to be able to defend yourself and to be able to fight your corner. Amazing experience. Really, really enjoyed it. I mean, I would recommend anybody to do it,
right,
even if they've never tried it before, because it definitely was more, and it was definitely more than I ever expected it to be.
Right.
Really was.
Yeah. So the mindset going into it was a little bit apprehensive. You weren't sure what to take, and when you're in it, you were asked to do things that are not socially normal.
No.
But violence is not socially normal. So it is far from it. It is the polar opposite.
True. Yes.
So it's having that two different worlds, and then trying to put yourself in either of them. So we're here now. We're not under any harm. But if suddenly we were under a life-threatening situation, we would have to switch our mindset, program our mind to be in that state of mind, and we see things differently. You would attack to protect yourself. You have to be able to do it and execute it.
I'll tell you one thing. Doing it yesterday, or today, excuse me, it was like, I wouldn't have, I mean, if I went into a situation and somebody came at me the way he did, instructing me yesterday, I'd be dead. I mean, I thought I knew something about what you could or couldn't do, or what you should or shouldn't do.
Right.
And I tell you, this just opened me up to a whole different ballgame.
Right.
A completely different experience than I had ever anticipated. And, just even showing you hand movements and follow-throughs and chokeholds and actually, putting your enemy or putting your person that is actually coming after you, not putting them in harm, but being able to control the situation and put them in a position of weakness, and to be able to walk away with your head held high without even hurting somebody, which I thought was quite interesting as well. Because, I mean, look, we're all human, and I mean, I know we all go into, now this is probably one thing that needs to be done with me. I might be a little bit too soft when it comes to that kind of thing. I wouldn't want to hurt anybody.
Well, that's the thing. There's two types of violence, isn't
yes,
there?
Yes, there is.
There's social violence, which is lads at a pub are trying to start a fight for the sake of it.
Yeah.
And then there's asocial violence, which is someone is going to kill you, and there's no way about it. That their only goal is to rob you, steal you. They might even not want to do that. They just want to kill you, and that's the harsh reality of it.
Yeah.
And knowing how to put your mind in that frame to deal with it is exactly what we were working with today.
Yeah.
And like the guy, like Dave, knows his stuff, and he's been in situations himself. I've been in situations myself. So this is the kind of thing where it's going to give you that confidence to go beyond just lifting weights or having physicality. It's that mental mindset that will really kind of give you the ultimate feeling of being
after
in charge.
After one session.
Right.
I mean, you felt the complete. I felt completely different today after that. I mean, it was so exhilarating. I mean, it gets the heart pumping, it gets the blood pumping, it gets you, kind of psyched up to do something that's and it's fun as well. I mean, and as I said, I hate repeating myself, but I just couldn't get over how much fun I had. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun to be thrown around the place and to just sort of, relax, not think about stuff. And it actually, it helps you clear your mind, because I mean, you're taking this aggression in the punch, and you're taking this aggression in the grab or the hold or whatever.
You can't think about anything else.
No, you can't think about anything else. That's it. I mean, as I said, it blocks your mind out of all the other daily crap that goes on, and you can just live and just
be in charge.
Yeah, exactly. You're in charge of yourself, in charge of your mind, because by not thinking about, and it comes back to all our other discussions, by not thinking and overcomplicating things are very easy to do, and things are very easy to comprehend.
That's it. And a lot of people, what they do is they'll try and muscle something, and they'll try and hit, muscle with muscle, and they'll try and just fight it, right?
Yeah.
But in this situation, it's actually about letting it flow. So if someone's going to punch you in the stomach or the face, you flow with it, and then you turn it to your advantage. So you actually change it to support you. And that's something that you can look at, in life, and that gets deeper. But in this situation, I'll give you one example. When we were punching, when you were taking a hit in the stomach, and then when you were asked to give a hit in the stomach, you didn't want to do it.
No.
You didn't want to punch someone in the stomach.
No, I didn't.
And you didn't want to put power into it. Why was that? Why did you not want to put bang into it?
I think it's the way we're wired. It's the way we're built, and that's the one thing that you need to kind of get out of your system, is that you're looking at it as you're actually hurting a human being, or you're instigating something, even though it's only in play and it's only in fun. It's still, for somebody to tell you to punch them, as hard as you possibly can. Number one, I mean, you don't want to do it. Number two, you don't want to look like a fool either, because I mean, as I said, you're talking about a martial art expert asking you to punch him in the gut, and you could kind of make you look
turn it.
You could make yourself look like a complete utter fool as well.
Right.
But I mean, and even him showing us, when we'd always try to put this massive power behind it when we're hitting the boxing bag, but it doesn't go anywhere. If you actually do it the right way and the right follow through, you don't have to have power. You just have to do it the right way. And if you do it the right way, it actually winds up doing more damage than actually by trying to put this massive amount of power behind it. And these were things that, you never think about or comprehend as an ordinary, as somebody ordinary walk to the street. But, to be able to learn this stuff is huge. I mean, it really is.
It gives you that almost guerrilla silverback mindset, where you kind of go, whatever situation you're in, if you're in a pub, in a restaurant, on the street, wherever, you do have this little bit of confidence, self-confidence, going, look, if something was to pop off right now, I can handle myself.
Yeah.
I can deal with it. And then I will, and the thing I picked up on when we were training was when David said, picture your kids.
Yeah, that's...
Your wife. Like that, your whole facial expression changed like that. And you actually just acted without even thinking, right?
Yeah.
So it's like almost trying to program that mindset on demand, so you can just turn it on.
You have to put yourself in a mindset, it's a dog-eat-dog world, or you're going to be killed, or it's kill or be killed. And if you're in a position where you have to decide on a moment's notice, brain power and mind power and all the other stuff goes out the window. I mean, it's basically, it's just logic. If somebody's going to, as you said, when you put in the chokehold, and he said, get out of it. To do it as a normal bystander, I just basically said, whatever, I'll try. But then, as you said, when you mentioned kids, it was pathetic, yeah. But when you put kids there, as you saw, my facial expression, my whole thing just basically, I mean, it completely changed, because you go into this rage, but there again, it's because you're thinking of your kids, and you're not thinking of anything else.
You've attached an emotion, and a lot of emotion, because you can't describe how much emotion you have for your kids, right? So it's programming your mind to be in that situation on demand, to be able to go right. And that's it. Sorry, I'm going to stop you there.
Good.
From my own experiences in this situation, it is almost like when you train it, like what we did today, when you train that regularly, weekly, it is a mindset, because it's almost like it's stored in the body. And you don't have to go, you don't have to analyze and go, oh, let me think someone is about to attack me. What should I do? Oh, put my hand there, and then put that there. Oh no, this is a martial art. That's a sport, right? This is self-protection. This is to save your life. So, from my experience, because I have trained this, in my situation, a little switch went off in my body and my head, but for a split second, and it's just go. It was the green light, just go, just attack, and that is what we're training right now, to be able to have that.
But as you said, and as we just talked about, it's proof. It's ironclad proof that it's all about the mind when it comes to fighting and when it comes to everything in general. If you can control your mind and you can control what you're doing with your life, and you see the things that you want to do, or you see the things that you need to achieve to get where you want to go, or if you need to fight that person to survive, or you need to fight that person to to make your kids survive, you do what you have to do in the moment, and you don't think about it. The mind takes over and controls the whole situation.
Well, yeah, you put yourself in your body, and there is a sense of analyzing it, but it's become so natural. It's like going into your car and driving home.
Yeah,
you don't have to think about it. You've done it so many times, it just becomes natural. It becomes a thought, and there is no stalling or stopping or hesitating, because that hesitation could get you killed.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's what the lads were getting through to you. Yeah, is if you analyze too much, analysis is paralysis. So you will. That's it. Kill or be killed. You'll be killed.
Yeah.
So
you can't overanalyze. You can't overanalyze anything in life. You can't, because if you overanalyze, you overthink. If you overthink, you actually wind up you go into different, you go into different modes. You become depressed. You become this. You become that. You just have to, like everything, you have to just live your life, live for today. Yeah. Even the point of view of coming in close, even the closeness, about the closer that you get to somebody, and you get in their face, and you actually invade their space. Even that was one thing that I would have never. I mean, you would always think in the fight, even watching the movies, you keep your distance. You kind of get your fist
that's
up.
All for show. That's all.
But it is all for show. I mean, and he kept saying, "Come closer, come closer." And, even with him, he kept egging me on. He kept coming closer, and I mean, he said once I actually he found out where my boundary was, because he could come so close. But then when he came, like, I would be nice about the whole thing, but then when he came too close, I pushed him away. I couldn't, I hate when somebody invades my space. And he noticed that, and he said to me, well, that's what he was trying to do. Right. But it's to get as close as possible, because when you're as close as possible, you're in charge of what's going on. And I mean, that's something that I completely would have never known up until today.
And that's the thing. That would be with asocial violence as well. You want to control a situation straight away, or else, like you said, you're dead. Yeah. But with social violence, it is a bit different. You can always talk it down. I mean, in most cases, you can talk it down because it's just petty. It's just someone that's in some way intoxicated and just wants to have a fight.
Oh yeah.
Or or just petty. But yeah, you're right. Like, getting in close, that's going to be the difference between you controlling the situation or being controlled.
Well, yeah. Even he said himself. He said that about the getting in. You can actually neutralize a lot of fights by doing that, because you get imposing, and you're, as I said, invading the person's space, and they can get very kind of, whoa, okay, sorry man, didn't mean to.
Right, and you can talk it down.
And you can talk it down. I mean, as I said, I would still be a believer that if you can do that, fair enough, but if you need to use the tools and the strength and the things that he taught, it definitely is very, very good to have that, because it's a very good protector of you and of your family or kids or whatever it may be. To have that set of skills in your background or in your head.
It's like just, I mean, if people don't know how to handle themselves, it's actually like there is always going to be that self-doubt in your mind. Now, you can be macho, but when it comes down to a real situation, that macho disappears pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
So I just think for people that are watching this, like, learn how to protect yourself, because it could be the difference, not just for your life, but you could save someone else.
Even your families. I mean, if everybody in your social circle. I mean, for you to be in a position where you can actually, have a repertoire of skills in your background, in your head or in your body, that you can use in a situation like that is priceless. I mean, you need to have those things, because it's not as much as all as we want to say the world is a lovely, wonderful place, there are a lot of places in this world that you don't really want to be. And if you get stuck in a position where you're in a situation where you don't want to be, you got to be able to get out of it. And to have that set of skills and to have that
most importantly, that mindset.
the mindset,
It
yeah.
is the mindset, a mind state as well.
Yeah.
When you're in that state, you know what to do in that certain position. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do lots more of that. We're not finished with that. Training in the gym relates to martial arts, self-protection, and the same goes for the martial arts. They both support each other. This is not just us lifting weights to look big. This is us going a little bit further and going, right, we're making a change in your mind
Yeah,
first.
it's the whole thing. It's mind, it's physique, it's everything. It's the whole package. And that's what we want to get across to people, that you don't have to just come into a gym to do weights or to do this or to do that or work
surface level.
No, it's a whole package.
It goes a lot deeper.